This is a map. This is a compass. Today we're going to use those. A map is a graphic representation of a portion of the Earth's surface as seen from above and drawn to scale. We're going to move our bodies across a chunk of land, navigating from point A to point B. Actually, we, meaning CJ. Boom. Boom. Let's move out. All right. So we're getting close right now to our point, but I want to stop us up in here to do some terrain association.
Okay.
Because this is a good place for that can be designated as an attack point.
Right.
Because we know this isn't our point. I'm going to kind of draw on the earth what it shows you on the map right there. All right. So we walk from here on that heading, almost north, just north by northeast. And what we are in right now is what is known as a saddle. So we're between two hilltops.
Okay.
So we're oriented north right about like this right here. So you see over there?
Okay.
Like south of us?
Right.
That's high ground.
Okay.
You look this way? High ground.
Right.
So high ground back there. So we are right here.
Right.
So we're in the low ground between the two hilltops. We plotted our point right about there.
Okay.
And so right about there, which means now we have a good attack point.
Okay.
And we could just walk that way, probably, looks like 50, no more than 100 meters.
Okay.
About 50 meters in that direction right there. And we should find our point. I have marked it so that it is visible.
So how many meters you said?
Between 50 and 100, roughly, you know, it's kind of hard to determine exactly where we are between these two hilltops right here and where our point is. But, yep, all we need to do is go to the east side. We'll just flank the eastern edge of that hilltop to our point.
Okay.
The eastern edge. So here's your map. You got the compass in your pocket, which you don't really need right now because we're just going to use this attack point and move that way.
Okay, let's go.
Boom. All right, so this is what we were looking for. This is how I've marked our points with an engineer stake and a nice bright fluorescent, what's that, construction marker.
Oh, gotcha.
You know? So what we need to do now is plot our next point, the point we're going to next. So you could, I wrote them down on this piece of paper. So the next point we're going to, it's in grid square 4699. There's 99. So we're going to be moving in the same grid square.
Okay. Within
the same grid square. And we're going to be going to 1970. 1970. So using our protractor on the 1/24,000 scale. So 4699 1970. So it's right there. I'll move this so you can see.
Okay.
So you see this terrain feature? It goes up, over, and then there's an intermittent stream between it. We're going to that right there. So in between these two, these are what are known as draws, and we're going to be going to this spur. So this should be pretty pronounced, low ground, a little bit of high ground.
Okay.
And then we have to see, well, how far is it? Using our protractor again. We're going to put it on our current location. It is approximately 250 meters. And then we have to determine also the azimuth. So our direction, our heading, our azimuth. So line that up. Lines of longitude, lines of latitude, and it's approximately 200. Let me line it up a little bit better. Devil's in the detail, bro.
Yeah, man.
So 245 degrees plus, remember declination diagram?
Right.
Was 8 degrees, right? From grid to magnetic. So we need to set that bezel ring for 253 degrees. Right about there. And then all we have to do is line up the northern arrow with the northern identifier on the bezel ring itself. Yep. So we're going to be moving in that direction for about 250 meters.
Okay.
Now, one of the things you could do here, you see how thick this terrain is? Right. I want a couple notes about this terrain. It's thick, but these trees aren't overgrown.
Right.
If you look on that map, this area right here, it's white.
Okay.
Foliage is not recognized right here. But these trees are young. These trees are 10 years old.
Okay.
The data for the terrain on that map is 1984. So this could fool you a little bit. You know, you look at the map, you go, well, it's supposed to be a clearing.
Right.
Well, this is new growth. This hasn't been around a long time.
Right.
But one of the things, see how it's super, super thick right in here.
Yeah.
We can't just stay on this compass and walk that way. But I could look through all of this stuff and see a big pine tree all the way across that next clearing. I could see about 150 meters out right from here.
Okay.
So I could put this down and then walk zigzag-ish, you know, so I'm not walking into all this scrub oak and still hit that point.
Okay.
Pace count's going to be off a little bit. Just have to kind of compensate, you know, for that. But if we could designate a spot way out, then we don't need this in our face all of the time.
Okay.
All right.
So we know the general direction.
Yep. General direction, 253 degrees, 250 meters.
Damn.
Boom.
Okay.
And then make sure your ranger beads are pulled up. Yep, good. So that way, as we're pacing, you could slip them down one at a time, each 100 meters.
Okay.
Let's move out. Cool. There's our point.
Boom.
All right. How was the pace count? About on?
About.
All right, yep. All right, so what I want to show you here, hold on to that compass, please. Put the protractor in the back. We don't need that right now. Is I want to talk a little bit about terrain association. And then I'm going to draw this out, this terrain feature, so it's more readily apparent where we are,
right,
and what this on the map represents on the Earth.
Okay.
So what we sort of have, it looks sort of like this.
If you put our initials in that, I'm going to be pissed.
And then there's an intermittent stream that runs up that one. So these two things right here are called draws. So this is lowland.
Okay.
Lowland. See it? Lowland
Right.
out there. Lowland over there.
Okay, so just beyond the brush right
Yep,
here is
yep.
lowland.
You could tell that we're above,
Right.
we're above both
Right.
that, and that. And this all goes, this is all high ground.
Okay.
So we are sitting right about in there. We're between these two.
Right.
So
Cool.
it's a good thing to do to be able to terrain associate.
Right.
Just to kind of narrow down that spot to ensure that, man, those 250 meters kind of smoked me. I'm out of shape, I guess. To designate where we are on the Earth.
Nice.
I mean, that's down and dirty, you know, land nav. Like I said, big difference between land nav and orienteering.
Right.
You know, orienteering, you're rarely looking at the compass. You're busting it out every once in a while.
Right.
You're not using ranger beads or pace count. You're using time, speed, and distance. You're using, because you're moving over lots of terrain.
Right.
But that's it in a nutshell.
Check it out.
Yep.
I've never done that before.
Well, now we've done it.
How about that?
Easy breezy, lemon squeezy.
Basic dude stuff.
That is basic dude stuff right there. Boom. For more basic skills, field craft, and basic dude stuff, you got to join my Pat Mac Keep the Blaze Live coaching squad on Patreon. We do a live stream every week and a tier 1 Zoom every 2 weeks. The best part about the squad is we have a very eclectic group with a very wide skill set range. We run a private Facebook page that I administrate, so there's no peripheral douchebaggery. So I hope to see you there. Link is in the description. Rock and roll, baby.